Forget everything you think you know about Disney's Atlantis. What if I told you the world's greatest mystery was never a myth, but a terrifying eyewitness account of a real-world apocalypse? Scientists may have just found the X on the map. And it's hidden exactly where Plato said it would be. For 2,000 years, we've searched the Atlantic Ocean. But the real Atlantis wasn't a futuristic city under a dome. It was the Minoan Civilization, the masters of the Mediterranean. A superpower so advanced they had running water and 4-story palaces, until the earth literally opened up and swallowed them whole. Plato, the father of Western philosophy, described Atlantis not as a fairy tale, but as history. He gave specific dimensions, a specific location beyond the Pillars of Hercules, and a specific timeline. For centuries, we looked in the wrong place. We looked for a continent in the middle of the Atlantic. But history isn't always hidden under miles of water. Sometimes it's hidden under miles of ash. Meet the Minoans. 3,500 years ago, they were the most advanced culture on Earth. While the rest of the world was living in mud huts, the Minoans had paved roads and multi-story luxury villas. Their navy controlled the seas. Their trade reached as far as Egypt and the Balkans. They were untouchable, a true golden age. Until 1600 BC, when the paradise turned into a nightmare.
Scientists studying the island of Santorini found something chilling. This wasn't just a volcanic eruption. It was one of the largest explosions in human history. The eruption of Thera was 4 or 5 times more powerful than Krakatoa. Imagine an explosion equivalent to 40 atomic bombs detonating at once. The center of the island literally vanished, collapsing into the sea. This collapse triggered a mega tsunami, reaching heights of nearly 50 feet. Evidence of this wave has been found in the soil of Crete, miles away from the coast. The ash didn't just cover the islands, it choked the entire atmosphere, causing a global volcanic winter. Here is where it gets crazy. Plato described Atlantis as having concentric rings of water and land. Look at the pre-eruption maps of Santorini. The shape is almost identical to Plato's description. Plato mentioned red, white, and black stones used in Atlantis's architecture. These are the exact colors of the volcanic rocks found all over Santorini today. Even the ritual of the bull leap, mentioned by Plato, was the central sport of the Minoans. But if the Minoans were Atlantis, where did the survivors go? The answer isn't in Greece. It's written on the walls of ancient Egypt. The Egyptians spoke of a great people of the sea who arrived after a cataclysm. Before we reveal the final proof, I want to ask you, do you think modern science is hiding the truth about Atlantis? Type yes or no in the comments right now. Plato said Atlantis disappeared in one day and one night of misfortune. Modern core samples from the Nile Delta show a layer of volcanic ash from Santorini. This proves the disaster was so massive it choked the life out of the entire Mediterranean. But there's a darker theory. A theory that suggests Atlantis didn't just sink, it moved. Some experts believe the Minoan elite escaped across the Atlantic, carrying their technology to the Americas. Look at the Minoan frescoes, and then look at the Mayan murals. The similarity is haunting. Is it a coincidence? Or is this the missing link of human history? The Minoans had something we didn't think existed 3,500 years ago: central heating. Their palaces were earthquake-proof, built with flexible wooden frames and massive stone blocks. How did a Bronze Age culture develop technology that we only rediscovered in the 19th century? Unless they didn't develop it. Unless they inherited it from something even older. If you could travel back 24 hours before the eruption, would you try to save them? Or would you just watch the birth of the world's greatest legend? Today, the ruins of Crete are called the Pompeii of the Aegean. No bodies were ever found. Unlike Pompeii, the people of Crete knew it was coming. They evacuated their wealth, their art, and their secrets. But to where? Perhaps Atlantis isn't at the bottom of the ocean. Perhaps Atlantis is alive in our DNA, in our architecture, and in our dreams of a lost utopia. If you're still here, you are part of the 1% who seeks the truth. Subscribe to join our journey through time. Next, we explore the Bronze Age collapse. But the story doesn't end with a sinking island. It ends with a global reset. Shortly after the fall of the Minoans, a mysterious group of invaders emerged from the fog. History calls them the Sea Peoples. They were organized, high-tech, and unstoppable. They destroyed every empire in their path. The Hittites, the Mycenaeans, even the mighty Egyptians struggled. Where did they come from? Many believe they were the Atlantis survivors, seeking revenge on a world that forgot them. I want you to look closely at this image. Do you see a pattern? Type history if you think the Sea Peoples were actually the refugees of Atlantis. Today, 95% of the ocean remains unexplored, but what we have found is terrifying. In 2011, a sonar scan off the coast of Morocco revealed a massive circular structure 200 feet deep. The dimensions match Plato's description of Atlantis to the millimeter. Then there is the Bimini Road in the Bahamas, perfectly carved stone blocks that look like an ancient highway. Nature doesn't make 90-degree angles, but humans do. Or something even older. Is it possible we are walking over a lost world without even knowing it? Atlantis isn't just a place, it's a warning. Every 12,000 years, the Earth undergoes a massive geological shift, and we are overdue. The story of Atlantis survived because the survivors wanted us to remember, no empire is forever. Whether it was the Minoans or something buried under the Antarctic ice, the evidence is everywhere. You've watched 10 minutes of forbidden history. Most people would scroll away, but you stayed. You want the truth. Click the notification bell. In our next video, we decode the CIA's secret documents on the Adam and Eve story. And don't forget to check the pinned comment for the full scientific source list of today's video. Keep searching. The truth is deeper than the ocean.